Hi everyone, this is Arad from English for Everyone, and today's lesson is about passive voice. Passive voice, what is that? The passive sentence is a sentence that the doer, the real doer, or um, let's say the subject anyway, whatever we call it, subject is missing. Okay, we don't know who the doer, who the real doer of the action is. There might be several reasons. One, we don't know the person. We know the person, we don't want to reveal it. It's very important, so I am keeping it as a secret and I'm going to reveal it later on to make it more interesting. It is not important who the doer is, the action is more important. Or everyone knows about it, everyone knows who I am talking about, or no one knows it. Any reason, it can have any reason, okay? For any reason, we are not going to have the subject, the real subject in that sentence, okay? Let's continue with an example, okay? I say, some companies import coffee. Okay, this is my sentence. So, some companies are the ones that are doing this action, they are doing something, okay? And what are they doing? Importing. So import is my verb, okay? So companies import, and what do they import? What they import is the object, which is coffee. So coffee is my object. That is my sentence. Subject, verb, object. This is an active sentence because the one that is in the beginning of the sentence, and we know it as the subject, is the one that is doing the action and is the real subject, and it has three parts: subject, verb, object. Okay, but sometimes we have passive sentences, and as I said, it means that we don't know the doer, or it's not important who the doer is, or the other reasons. Okay, so I want to change this sentence to a passive sentence. What I do, first of all, I get rid of the subject. What is that? Some companies. I'm not going to talk about some companies in my sentence. So what is left from my sentence is import coffee. Import coffee is like a command, okay? If I just leave it like this, then I'm asking someone to do this. Import coffee. Hey, you, import coffee. It's like I am asking someone to do this, okay? So I can't start the sentence with a verb. I need something over there. And what is there what have I got to put there? Is the only thing that I've got is the object. Okay, so I'm going to take the object from where it is and put it in the beginning of the sentence. Instead of the real subject, I am going to put the object. So coffee. Now coffee goes to the beginning of the sentence, and my sentence is like this: coffee import, or maybe imports. Then that is making another sense. It's saying something different, that coffee is doing this. No, it can't be right. I need to change the verb a bit. Okay? So, when I have the object in the beginning of the sentence to show that this is not doing the action, coffee is not importing, I have to show that this action gets done on my subject. So to show that, I need the verb to be and the third form of the verb. Okay? Import, imported, imported. The third form of the verb import is imported. And the verb to be, but which one? I have to look at the original sentence. What is what is the timing or tense of that sentence? Some companies import. I didn't say imported, I didn't say will import. It's import. So it is present, simple present. Okay? So what is the simple present of verb to be? Am is are. Okay, so now I have got coffee. Which one goes with coffee? Is. Coffee is, and then the third form of the verb, imported. Alright, let's review what I do with my sentence. I get rid of the subject first. I put it aside. Then I put the object, I bring the object, put it in the beginning of the sentence. And then I change the verb. How do I change it? I keep the tense, I keep the timing, let's say, of the sentence, of the original one, in the verb to be. If the sentence is a past tense, for example, the original sentence is coffee was Some companies imported coffee, some companies imported coffee. Imported is past tense, so I choose the past tense of the verb to be, which is was. If it is present, I use is. If it's future, I use will be. Okay? So I should look at the original sentence, at the verb, and I should take the time from that and copy it in my sentence. In which part? In the verb to be. So coffee is imported. Now we know that, looking at the sentence, we know that this is talking about this time because of is. And we know that coffee is not the doer because the verb is the third form of the verb. Okay, third. So coffee is imported. Let's look at another example. Someone stole his car. Okay, this is my active sentence. Someone is the one that has stolen. Okay, that is the doer, the real doer of the action. And then I have something that is stolen, which is his car. Okay, subject, verb, object. This is a clear, active sentence, an active sentence. What I'm going to do is to get rid of that someone, because I don't know who that someone is, and it's very general, and it's not clear, so I better leave it. I'm getting rid of this someone, and I have two more things to work on, verb and the object. I'm taking the object to the beginning of the sentence, his car. Now, what was the original sentence? It was a simple past, wasn't it? Someone stole. Okay, someone stole. It's talking about past, so I'm going to use the past format or past tense of the verb to be. His car was or were? Was, because it's only one. We're talking about one. His car was. Okay, his car was. Shows that the sentence belongs to past. Someone, his car was, and then the third form of the verb to show that the poor car didn't do this, but was this action took place on it. Okay, so his car was stolen. Okay, the object, which is now the unreal subject, then the verb to be, and then the verb, the third form of the verb. Okay, he makes a sandcastle. I am getting rid of that he. I'm taking sandcastle to the beginning of the sentence. A sandcastle is made. Okay, because why did I say is? Because my original sentence says makes. Okay, makes means simple present, so simple present of the verb to be is. So a sandcastle is, and then made. Third form of the verb to show that sandcastle didn't make anything, but was made. Okay, someone else did that action. Alright, if my sentence is a past tense, then he made a sandcastle. My passive would be, if you need time to do it, just stop the video, do it, and then join me. A sandcastle was made. I took he out. I took the sandcastle to the beginning of the sentence, and then was made. Why was? Because the first sentence was the original sentence, was a simple past. The passive one is also a simple past. Okay, but sometimes we want to make it a bit interesting, and not that we don't know the doer, not that we it's not important. No, it is important, but we want to make it a bit interesting, and because of that we use the passive. How do we do this? For example, instead of saying my brother, or let's say John, okay, instead of saying John wrote this book, I would say this book was written, and then I add John over there, but I need by. Okay, so I say this book was written by John. Okay, so we can get rid of the doer and just forget it. It's not important. Some companies, we don't want to talk about those, or you want it, but you want it at the end, so you can do the same thing. Get rid of it for a sec, but bring it back to the sentence after by. The book was written by John. The book is written by John. Okay, so let me just go for it once again. Subject, verb, object. Subject goes, object goes to the beginning of the sentence and gets the place of the subject, the missing subject. Verb changes. How? We put the verb to be to represent the timing of the original sentence, and then the third form of that verb, whatever the verb is, goes there. Alright, so here you can see some examples, and now you can analyze them, check what they are, and if you can work it out and see, yeah, this is not the doer, that is. See if you can do this. And if you have got any questions, let me know. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.